News 4's John Crane has been seeing some of that devastation up close. From Jamaica, John has the first of two reports.
Watch it. Watch yourself.
Right. Jamaicans are starting to rebuild. But it's a crude beginning. They're left without electrical power and water, not to mention the financial resources to get the job done. Hurricane Gilbert tore through their homes. Schoolhouses were crushed. It was a frightening experience. 87-year-old Leonie Wilson is comforted by her grandson Joe Simmons of Miami. The woman's backyard gives clear evidence of what Gilbert was like.
The first thing that went was a pear tree, one by one. The tree just fallen.
But it's now over, and this is one lucky family.
You know, I was worried and, not be able to talk to her, no contact whatsoever. It's just, I can't tell you, fantastic.
I'm happy too.
But Sidney Lewis was not so lucky. This is what's left of the house he was born in 74 years ago, the only home he's ever known.
It's a total loss for me, please. It is a total loss for me. I've never run through this before. I don't want help. I need help.
And that aptly sums up the plight of Gilbert's victims here in Jamaica. Proud people whose lives have now been left in a shambles. People who are now looking to the U.S. to help them put things back together. As the man said, they don't want help, they need it. John Crane, News 4, Kingston, Jamaica.
First of two reports.
This is the view from inside many a Jamaican home. And this is the sound across the island. People retrieving and repairing their tin roofs. An aerial survey by the government shows 20% of all homes completely destroyed. That's put hundreds of thousands of people here on the streets looking for temporary shelter. Downed power lines are another universal sight around Jamaica. Repair crews are hard at work.
We have plenty of people all around in different areas. We have people over on the other side, people on the other side, so we're just doing blocks by blocks.
This man says the storm was deceptive, packing a wicked 130-mile-per-hour second wind.
Started with a heavy wind. Well, the first point, we didn't have it. The heavy wind didn't hit us so hard as the second one.
Fact is, Gilbert's winds are harder than anything the people of Jamaica have seen since Hurricane Charlie back in 1951. And those who remember say this is much worse.
This is the entire island. Those are the section of the island. But this is the entire island. So this is one of the worst hurricanes we've had.
That's why flights bringing disaster relief supplies are so desperately needed.
They're going to need massive aid, not only for the emergencies such as housing, but they have no power, no water.
And things could remain this way for weeks. It's sure to be a long, hard recovery. John Crane, News 4, Kingston, Jamaica.
We've shown you pictures of the devastation in Kingston, but the countryside was also hard hit. News 4's John Crane was one of the first journalists to get into the countryside and bring back the story.
On the surface, it may look like the mountain people of central Jamaica are unfazed by the destruction wrought by Hurricane Gilbert, especially when compared to the chaos going on in the low-lying cities. But the people up here in the mountains are suffering from Gilbert's effects as much as those in the coastal cities. In fact, in many ways, by virtue of their remote location and poor roads, the people here are worse off.
Ceiling gone, everything gone, damage complete.
Kenneth and Veronica Robinson are typical of what mountain families are going through. Their home was ripped apart by the hurricane.
Everything's wet.
Everything's wet. Everything.
Their lives are a total mess, but so far, no help has come their way.
No, you're the first man I see.
Nobody comes.
We're the first
You're the first man I talk to as you run through this area.
Nobody comes.
The Robinsons live 22 miles north of Kingston in the small mountain village of Sligoville, worlds apart when it comes to getting disaster aid.
Yes, Kingston getting it. Kingston the first bill, but the country has become last. Nobody considers them the country.
So the people of this small mountain hamlet are just gathering what possessions they have left, waiting for help, and assessing the damage.
Hard hit this. Very hard.
Forced to go it alone. John Crane, News 4, Central Jamaica.